all prophets. And all of them, they are going to be on their purpose, except myself, the Prophet ﷺ. Because I'll be busy going back and forth for a people who were taken or about to be taken to hellfire, to make intercession for them and make them go back to heaven. To the extent that Malik, the custodian of hellfire, he will say, Ya Muhammad, you haven't left any anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on your nation. This hadith, I ask myself, does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give this burden to the Prophet ﷺ to go back and forth, Don't imagine that this is easy task, to have this intercession and to do this and that, and leave his purpose, and just keep going back and forth. In my view, I may be wrong, I don't think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will let the Prophet ﷺ do it for his sake. And in another way, what I'm trying to say, we are sinful toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of His mercy, and not to let the Prophet ﷺ go back and forth, is going to forgive us. What's the problem? The problem is ourselves, because so-and-so has a right on so-and-so, and he will not give up this, and just let the Prophet ﷺ come to him and say, listen, my friend, try to convince him, to forgive this person, And the other, you see, here, what I look at it as if we gave this burden on the Prophet ﷺ, and for sure we gave this burden on ourselves, and this is going to be block many of us, to enter the heaven. And this is, for me, should give us another thought of try to be peaceful, try to forgive your brother, try to bypass some of his deficiencies, and try to be nice and kind to them. And here the Prophet ﷺ instructed us, he said, اتقوا الله وأصلحوا ذات بينكم. Be fearful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and try to mend relation with each other. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يصلح بين عباده, try to make them get along in the hereafter. And they said, how come ya Rasulullah? He said, in the hereafter, you have a person stuck there, Muslim person, has done many bad things, to many Muslims. And they took all of his hasanat, all of his good deeds. Nothing left for this person. Yet you have a person standing there waiting. Oh Allah, I need my life from this person. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, this person has nothing left, to him. What do you want to do with him? Oh Allah, let him carry some of my sayyat. At this point, the Prophet ﷺ started crying. When he mentioned this point, he started crying. And for me, when the Prophet ﷺ cried, I should have it, look at it very seriously. This is very critical moment. And while they were arguing there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will show to that person a palace. And that person, he will forget all of this problem, Oh Allah, to whom in this palace? He said, to the one who paid the price of it. What's the price of it? He said, to forgive your brother. Oh Allah, I forgive him. I forgive him. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell him, hold the hand of your brother and go to heaven together. Now, this idea just came to my mind now. For sure this palace is valuable. I have no doubt about it. But I ask the Muslims here, what is more valuable, in your heart? The palace or the Lord of that palace? The palace of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For me, it's not nice, to have this heavy burden on the other, for one palace. And here you are giving the offer to forgive everyone for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and for the sake of the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Sayyidina Imam Shafi'i mentioned, as I mentioned, in these few words, of his poem. And by this, the best among us, who try to make it right now. The Prophet ﷺ said, ما يمنع أحدكم أن ليكون مثل أبي ضمضم. Why you don't practice the way Abu Damdam practiced? And they said, who is Abu Damdam, Ya Rasulullah? He said, this is a person who used to say in the morning and in the evening, oh Allah, I give this as sadaqah, as charity, my money and my fame to whoever had done badly to them. Namely, the one who steal some money from him, or the one who backbited him, or the one who did this or that. Every morning and every evening, he's going to pay a charity. This charity is not a financial one, like the one you are going to pay, inshallah, for your center here. No, this was much more valuable, when he gave his own money and his own fame as a charity to anyone has done badly or abused them. And this is even, we read it in the tafsir. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, ليس على الضعفاء ولا على المرضى ولا على الذين لا يجدون ما ينفقون حرج إذا نصحوا لله ورسوله. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lifted up the burden on these three items. The last item of them, those who has no money available for them, if they are really sincere and give the advice for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His message. You read in tafsir in this particular verse that one of the companions during in Tabuk, as you may know, the Prophet ﷺ has very large army, and he wants to supply and provide that army with all sophisticated matter, of vehicles and weapons, according to that particular time. And those generous companions of Allah Ta'ala, they start paying a significant amount of money. One poor person, of the people, of the Muslims in that time, he said, oh Allah, I has nothing to pay. I'm going to pay my forgiveness, for anyone who took any of my money or my fame or backbited me. I'm going to pay this charity in your sake. And in the morning, the Prophet ﷺ, this is in privacy, he said it between him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one did know about it. And in the morning, right away, the Prophet ﷺ said, there among you a person, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted his charity. Who is this person, And he did show up and spoke to the Prophet ﷺ about what he had this deal in his heart with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you see how great is this, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a revelation, on it that you recite till the hereafter. I'm going to end my talk, by this point. During the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was about to get out of his house, tell the people about Laylatul Qadr. Inshallah, you reach Ramadan, and I see most of you, or all of you, they seek to attend Laylatul Qadr, For sure, Laylatul Qadr is not the 27th, it's not known. And you should work hard, to find out Laylatul Qadr, okay? So the Prophet ﷺ, in one of these blessed year, he was about to get out and tell his people, about Laylatul Qadr. And when he was about to get out, two persons, in the mosque, they start to dispute or argue with each other. And the Prophet ﷺ, when he went out, he said, I was about to tell you, but now I forgot it because of that dispute that happened, تَلَاحَ رَجُلَانْ فَرُفِعَتْ لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ. When they have this argument between these two, Laylatul Qadr was lifted up and down. This happened in the presence of the Prophet ﷺ. They missed this